Hey, welcome back to Spellbound. I'm BJ the Book Witch, and these are my spooky September TBRs. Spooky season is upon us, my friends, and that means that for the next 2 months, I will be reading almost exclusively spooky books, and I am here for it. So I really hate the summer. I hate the oppressive Central Florida heat. I hate how slowly things seem to move. I hate summertime during a pandemic, that's for sure. I'm just not a big fan of the dog days. So they're over, and that's fantastic. So, anyway, these are my spooky season TBRs. In YA, I'm looking at The Deathless Girls by Kiran Millwood, and this is a gothic feminist imagining about the brides of Dracula. I'm also looking at The Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. This highly acclaimed novel is about a trans boy named Yadriel who wants to prove to his family that he is a real brujo. And finally, Among the Beasts and Briars by Ashley Poston. This is a fairy tale about a cursed forest, a prospering kingdom, and from what I understand, a fox companion. Yes, yes, and yes. In fiction, I'm looking at The Women in Black by Madeline St. John. This comedy of manners is set in 1920s New York City and centers around 4 women and a department store, and it is about the importance of female friendships. In nonfiction, I picked up A Crash Course in Quantum Theory, which is very interesting and has lots of pictures in it, which is helpful. I did already start it. And in witchy nonfiction specifically, I'm looking at Tending Brigid's Flame by Lune Weatherstone and Utterly Wicked by Dorothy Morrison, which is a charming little book about hexes and curses. And in nonfiction for social justice, I'm reading The Color of Compromise, The Truth About the American Church's Complicity and Racism by Jamar Tisby. Oh, that's a mouthful. The Color of Compromise, The Truth About the American Church's Complicity and Racism by Jamar Tisby. In middle grade, I'm revisiting the Elsewhere series by Jacqueline West. This is about a girl who moves into a creepy house that currently has 7 cats living there who all have very distinct personalities and time periods that they're from. And each book focuses on a different room of the house or a different part of the house. I read the first of this series earlier this year and I absolutely loved it. The first book was about a painting on the wall where people had been trapped for decades. So very creepy, pretty good goosebumps. I think a little more sinister than Goosebumps, but not quite as creepy and spine-tingling as Catherine Arden's Middle Grade. So kind of right in the middle there. Big fan. I'm also interested in Bob by Wendy Mass, which is about a girl who moves back in with her gran and re-meets her old imaginary friend named Bob. And then I just picked this one up yesterday, and it's The Halloween Moon by Joseph Fink. And it's about a girl who, this is her last year going trick-or-treating, but for some reason, nobody's answering their doors, and things are very creepy this Halloween, and all of the other children who are dressed up are kind of maybe not children who are dressed up in costume, and she needs to find out what is going on this Halloween and how she can break the spell. Now, these are all the ones I have planned, but we all know that things could take a completely unexpected turn. I am a huge mood reader, so for all I know, I could spend the entire month of September just getting caught up on all of the open trilogies that I have left unfinished. I still have to finish Shadow and Bone, the Bone Witch series, Bear and the Nightingale, Serpent and Dove. I've got a bunch open that I need to read the final installments on. So we'll see. We will find out, however, in about 4 weeks when I post my spooky September wrap-up. So, what about you? What are you reading in the month of September? I do have an ever-growing list of TBRs, and I don't know if I'll ever finish it in a million years, but I always want to know what has caught your eye, especially if it's spooky. But that's it from me, so if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you loved it, hit subscribe. And of course, there's always Instagram. I hope you all have a spectacularly spooky September, and happy reading!